6. Sahara's eye, Mauritania. Exposed within the interior of the Richat Structure are a variety of intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks. They include rhyolitic volcanic rocks, gabbros, carbonatites and kimberlites. The rhyolitic rocks consist of lava flows and hydrothermally altered tuffaceous rocks that are part of two distinct eruptive centers, which are interpreted to be the eroded remains of two maars. According to field mapping and aeromagnetic data, the gabbroic rocks form two concentric ring dikes. The inner ring dike is about 20 meters in width and lies about 3 kilometers from the center of Richat Structure. The outer ring dike is about 50 meters in width and lies about 7 to 8 kilometers from the center of this structure. 32 carbonatite dikes and sills have been mapped within the Richat Structure. The dikes are generally about 300 meters long and typically 1 to 4 meters wide. They consist of massive carbonatites that are mostly devoid of vesicles. The carbonatite rocks have been dated as having cooled between 94 and 104 million years ago. A kimberlitic plug and several sills have been found within the northern part of the Richat Structure. The kimberlite plug has been dated to around 99 million years old. These intrusive igneous rocks are interpreted as indicating the presence of a large alkaline igneous intrusion that currently underlies the Richat Structure and created it by uplifting the overlying rock. Spectacular hydrothermal features are a part of the Richat Structure. They include the extensive hydrothermal alteration of rhyolites and gabbros and a central megabreccia created by hydrothermal dissolution and collapse. The siliceous megabreccia is at least 40 meters thick in its center to only a few meters thick along its edges. The breccia consists of fragments of white to dark gray chatty material, quartz-rich sandstone, diagenetic chatty nodules, and stromatolitic limestone and is intensively silicified. 5. Great Blue Hole, Belize. The Great Blue Hole is a giant submarine sinkhole off the coast of Belize. It lies near the center of Lighthouse Reef, a small atoll 70 kilometers from the mainland and Belize City. The hole is circular in shape, 318 meters across and 124 meters deep. It was formed during several episodes of Quaternary glaciation when sea levels were much lower. Analysis of stalactites found in the Great Blue Hole shows that formation took place 153,000, 66,000, 60,000, and 15,000 years ago. As the ocean began to rise again, the cave was flooded. The Great Blue Hole is a part of the larger Belize Barrier Reef Reserve system. 4. Daughter Hell, Darvaza, Turkmenistan. The gas crater is located near the village of Derwiz, also known as Darvaza. It is in the middle of the Karakum Desert, about 260 kilometers north of Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan. The gas reserve found here is one of the largest in the world. The name Door to Hell was given to the field by the locals, referring to the fire, boiling mud, and orange flames in the large crater, which has a diameter of 70 meters. The hot spots range over an area with a width of 60 meters and to a depth of about 20 meters. According to Turkmen geologist Anatoly Bushmakin, the site was identified by Soviet engineers in 1971. It was originally thought to be a substantial oil field site. The engineers set up a drilling rig and operations to assess the quantity of oil available at the site. Soon after the preliminary survey found a natural gas pocket, the ground beneath the drilling rig and camp collapsed into a wide crater and was buried. 3. Reed Flute Cave, China. The Reed Flute Cave, also known as the Palace of Natural Arts, is a landmark and tourist attraction in Guilin, Guangxi, China. It is a natural limestone cave with multicolored lighting and has been one of Guilin's most interesting attractions for over 1,200 years. It is over 180 million years old. The cave got its name from the type of reed growing outside, which can be made into flutes. Reed Flute Cave is filled with a large number of stalactites, stalagmites and other rock formations. Inside, there are more than 70 inscriptions written in it, which can be dated back as far as 792 AD in the Tang dynasty. These aged inscriptions tell us that it has been an attraction in Guilin since ancient times. It was rediscovered in the 1940s by a group of refugees fleeing the Japanese troops. Nowadays, multicolored lighting artificially illuminates the cave. 2. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. Antelope Canyon was formed by erosion of Navajo sandstone, primarily due to flash flooding and secondarily due to other subaerial processes. Rainwater, especially during monsoon season, runs into the extensive basin above the slot canyon sections, picking up speed and sand as it rushes into the narrow passageways. Over time the passageways eroded away, making the corridors deeper and smoothing hard edges in such a way as to form characteristic flowing shapes in the rock. Flooding in the canyon still occurs. A flood occurred on October 30, 2006, that lasted 36 hours, and caused the tribal park authorities to close Lower Antelope Canyon for 5 months. 1. Stone Forest, Madagascar. The stone forest area was a shallow sea some 270 million years ago. Extensive deposits or sandstone overlain by limestone accumulated in this basin during the Permian period of geologic time. Uplift of this region occurred subsequent to deposition. Later, exposure to wind and running water shaped these limestone pillars. These formations extend as far as the eye can see, looking like a vast forest of stone, hence the name the stone forest. The major and minor stone forests are developed in the nearly pure limestone of the Permian Formation. The Nigu Stone Forest, 9 kilometers northeast of the major stone forest, is developed in dolomite and dolomitic limestone of the Permian Formation. Both formations are of lower Permian age. They aggregate 505 meters in thickness and consist of shallow water massive limestone and dolomite, bioclastic limestone, calcarenite and calcitite. The Mocha Formation at Stone Forest appears to have been heavily altered diagenetically, and macroscopic fossil remains are seldom seen. Under the microscope, single-hole or fractured fusculid foraminifera are seen, commonly in biomicrite, biopelmicrite to biopelmicrosparite limestones. At least one zone of chert nodules occurs in the limestone. Unlike in the dolomitic Kixia Formation, dolomite in the Mocha Formation seldom ranges above 3%. The strata are part of a gentle westward dipping monocline. Conjugate shear joints are well developed, and these fractures provided the main passageways for surface water and underground water in the pre-cart development stage. The distribution, density and orientation of the fractures controlled the depth, size and orientation of the karst topography. Sandstones and shales of Liangshan Formation that lies below the carbonate rock formations serve as a permeability barrier and force the local groundwater to flow from west to east.